Namaste and welcome to Agile Exploration Hub. I'm your host Nagesh Deshpande. Uh, in today's podcast, we are going to meet Raghavendra and we are going to discuss about Agile leadership inspiring teams. So, a brief info about Raghavendra. Raghavendra, having masters in engineering with 11 years experience in IT, currently working as a lead agile practitioner in a product-based organization in Bangalore. His hobbies are book reading and visiting ancient temples and traveling. So let's welcome Raghavendra. Welcome, Raghavendra.
Yeah, thank you, Nagesh. Namaste.
Namaste. How are you?
I'm doing good. Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you.
Is it raining in Bangalore today?
No, it seems to be very cloudy, but not yet. It did not start yet.
Okay. So in Pune, started raining in evening, but it's
Okay.
still cloudy. Okay, so it might rain after some time. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah,
Good.
sure.
And thanks for accepting the offer to join this podcast. And today we are going to discuss very different different things, inspiring
Yeah.
teams.
Yes.
I believe you should inspire people.
Yes.
Oh,
Agree.
so inspiration is very much important. It is required to excel. So if I am inspired from something, then I'll be able to dream big and think ahead, and or I'll do my better job in a
Yeah.
better way.
Yes.
So let's get on with the topic then.
Sure. Definitely.
Great.
Yeah.
So starting here is like agile leadership. No. So first of all, let's understand what do you mean by agile leadership?
Yeah.
So can you just explain it in a simple terms?
Yeah. Sure. So I think, in my view, right. So in my experience, agile leadership is something about collaborate effectively. So making the teams to collaborate effectively,
Right.
communicate efficiently,
Hmm.
and at the same time we have the team should be always ready to accept the change which is happening day by day in their work or even in
Hmm.
their personal life. So in even in the personal life of anyone, right? So we have a lot of scope changes happening every day, so we should be able to adapt to that. So I
Right.
think communicating effectively and collaborating efficiently, these are the main things which agile practitioner or the scrum master has to start working with the teams so that the team members can do that way to achieve anything which they are.
Right. So leading from the front, as you said, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
the person as a scrum master, you should lead. So
Yes.
if there is any change, you should first, as a leadership role, you should accept that change. So
Correct.
team will accept it.
Definitely. Yeah.
Right.
And whenever they feel like they wanted to approach anyone,
Hmm.
even with their challenges, they has to approach the scrum master. So they should have the trust built so that they feel so secure about the scrum master who is part of their team. And
Right.
that's where the trust will build, and that's where the leadership skills. They should feel this person is leader to me. He's an inspiration to me. So that's
Great.
how, in the simple terms, I would
Yes.
say.
Yes. 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 They should look at you. They should look at
Yes.
you.
Yes.
Awesome. Great. Right.
Yeah.
So, and can you share a few examples, effective leadership behaviors that inspire agile teams or people?
Yeah. So I think sometimes in my experience, what I saw, right, I'll just take out some general examples which I
Sure.
experienced in my career. So sometimes, right, when we start working with new teams, or there is a team already, so where the scrum master is leaving and we are going into it, transition
Yeah.
into that particular product or project. So there will be a lot of chaos happening in the scrum teams because they have a doubt like how this guy is or how this person is. A new person is coming into our team, so that person don't know how the style of work we are doing.
Hmm.
So sometimes what I saw was immediately when we come into the teams, right, when we start engaging with them, starting pushing our ideas towards them. So do this way, do that way. They don't like it. That's what I saw.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think we have to first understand from their point of view what they are thinking about agile, and then start looking into the challenges which they are facing and try to resolve them instead of talking, right? Try to show it in action so that they will trust us. At the same time, we have to focus on the collaboration, because why I'm repeating this term collaboration is the retrospectives which we generally do, right, as a scrum master, that makes a lot of difference in the teams. That's what I observed in my team. So I think the retrospectives, even when I was leaving a few organization, one of the organization, right, so I got a message saying that we will miss your retrospectives from tomorrow. So that's how the retrospectives, I think those are very important, and which will bring a lot of collaboration, at the same time trust, openness, respect, all these values which we have in the Scrum team. And effective leadership will come with action, not with words, is what I feel.
Great point. See, I totally agree and resonate what you said. Instead of trying to push your way of working or your thought process onto team, understand what exactly the challenges they are facing, what they need, where they need the help, and try to solve those problems. That will bring up a lot of change, or good out of the team. Awesome.
Yes. Yeah. Great. Adding to that, psychological safety, right? So I went to one of the summit in Bangalore, the Agile meetup. So there, they discussed about this term called psychological safety. It's the first time I heard that. So psychological safety is so important for the team members. That's where the trust will build up and they will approach us for anything. I think this will take time. It will not change overnight for any of the team. It will take time, but definitely with these things taking in action, I think there will be a very good outcome of this.
Yeah, Raghavendra, it's a very key and very essential part, part of the organization, psychological safety. You should be able to say, you should be able to talk, or you should be able to express your feelings right there.
Yes.
And it should not hurt. Ego or something should not come in between. I've also experienced it, when you're talking something and then people take it on their ego. So that's not a good leadership skill,
Correct.
No. And then you will not inspire anyone. You will not inspire the teams or people if you bring that ego in front of. So great example. Psychological safety. It's a great example. Yeah. So now moving ahead. So you already brought about this trust or collaboration. We already talked enough, but we still want to go ahead and discuss about this. How can we build more trust, or how can we build more collaboration among these teams?
Yeah. I think, right, so when we talk in the Scrum ceremonies, I would say, because Scrum Masters will get most of the time to talk with the team during the Scrum ceremonies.
Right.
Because in work from home environment or hybrid environment, right, we generally connect very less with the team. I mean to say one-on-one. Right. So I think the Scrum Master should take this responsibility of connecting with the team members one-on-one, like in a frequent manner. I would say like at least quarterly once, which each team member separately, to understand what they are going through. Because sometimes, some people won't open up during the meetings, right? We have to connect one-on-one to understand what they feel about the style of Scrum which we are doing, and if there are any improvements where we can focus on. Sometimes some people think let me talk with you personally than speaking with the team connect, because they feel like insecure, or they worry when they want to speak. So when we connect one-on-one, I observed this. I connected one-on-one with the team members a lot of times. I saw a lot of points which they speak about, which, I think, oh my God, there are a lot of things which we need to change, which, I was thinking these are actually taken care, but yes, we have to work. Right. That's one thing. And I think as a Scrum Master, right, so we should be always open and transparent with the team. It's not about hiding something in front of them. I think we have to be so transparent, saying that, this is what we are expecting out of a product, and work. I mean, not only team members, right? We have to work with the product owner also. Right. So to make the collaboration more successful.
Right.
So that's how
you brought one very good point. One-on-one. Okay. Yeah. So the key thing here this is for my audience. Key thing here is the one-on-one should not be a status report.
Correct. Yes.
Okay. It should be a one-on-one. Okay. And I will recommend to all the Scrum Masters, do not drive this meeting. Let your team member drive this meeting. Let the input comes from them.
Correct. Yeah.
Right. So what will happen here? The trust will increase
Correct. Yeah.
because the team member is driving that meeting.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Let them define the agenda, not you as a Scrum Master will define the agenda.
Yes. Yes. I think.
So,
Yeah. Sorry. Please go ahead.
yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah. I think even when we say agenda, right? So
Hmm.
I think agenda should not be there in the meeting. So
That is also good. Yeah.
sometimes, not always. Yeah. Sometimes. Yeah. I agree. Yeah.
Great. Nice. It was good. And how about collaboration? How can you improve the collaboration?
Yes. So collaboration is when we hear about the challenges which each person is facing, right? There will be some common point where we can show up these feedback, or again telling them directly. Let us take it by action, I would say. Like, let's say one example. So I connected with one of the team member who is leaving the organization,
Okay.
and I wanted to connect with him because I did not get opportunity, because of the work from home model. So I went to office one day and we had a coffee. So he was explaining about few challenges. There were few user stories or product backlog items where the acceptance criteria and description is not at all clear. Even after repeating, he is connecting with the product owner multiple times, but that was not getting updated. But he could not raise it in any of the retrospective because of many other reasons. So he told me this. So not only me, there are multiple team members who are facing this issue, and you came newly to this project, so you don't know this challenge. And we have the tools, right? Zira and all this. We are not using it effectively in our team. Is what
Absolutely.
he told me. I was like, okay. So then what I did was I did not directly spoke to the product owner about it. I tried to see the last historical sprints, how the stories were, user stories were. I understood this is the problem happening. And what I told was there were a few enhancements which the team is doing. So I approached the product owner. I told I wanted to understand about this product. I came up showing this, the enhancement user stories which are there in the sprints. And I asked them, can you explain me? Because I was not able to find any acceptance criteria, description, nothing about it. So then I explained. So any new member who joins, right? So he or she wants to understand. This is the challenge we are facing. So that's how we started, digging into it, and slowly, it became good.
That's a good way of doing it. Taking data, understanding, going through dig down the data,
Yes.
and go with the data points to this member and explain it, and then
Yeah.
to improve upon it. Very good point. So
Yeah.
as I understand, you believe in going talking one-on-one. You believe in meeting person in
Yes. Yes. Agree.
over the coffee maybe, or maybe a lunch break, something like that, and
Yeah.
using empathy as a
Yeah.
medium to get most of the information. Again, use that data to improve the collaboration. A good
Yeah.
thought and good process as well. Very nice.
Yeah. Thank you.
So then, how emotional intelligence plays part here in this entire.
I think emotional intelligence is one of the key aspect, I would say. So in order to bring the trust build up, right, I think emotional intelligence is really required. Because some team members, right, so they will be going through a lot of things, even in
Right.
personal life. They will not be able to showcase this up because of the work from home culture, not connecting all the time with the team, right? So this will become a very big problem, not only to them but also to the team, I would say, because of the work way they do. So Scrum Master has to engage, kind of he or she has to do some gaming, I would say, in the retrospectives. Try to bring some informal meetings instead of doing it formally. So this is the agenda. We discuss about what went well. Now we discuss about what is not going well and discuss on action items and done with the meeting. No, because I think we have to frequently connect with the teams, have an informal discussion, what's happening around all that. And when you say emotional intelligence, right, we should ask the team members to, encourage the team members when they feel insecure, or they feel less competent, or they are not able to understand what the product is. Try to connect with them directly and see what challenges they are facing. Try to resolve that. I think that will help a lot, actually.
Right. Great. Good points. Yeah. So again, what I understood is like bringing listening to them,
Yeah.
and talking to them is very, very key. So that's how you need to, and empathy, compassion, show, working with them, understand their problems. These will help. Absolutely good point. Yeah. And then uh, little different question now. How
Sure.
do you empower the team members to take ownership or initiatives in
Hmm.
their work?
I think the continuous improvement will come into picture.
Hmm.
I think sometimes, right, some team members have this passion of focusing on some innovative things, but they
Right.
will not be able to get some time for that to implement or to work on that part.
Hmm.
So there, I think there were few team members who approached me saying that I'm totally occupied with my product or project, but my business team wants me to work on few things, where we can do some R&D and see if this model is working fine or not. But
Hmm.
I'm not getting time for this because I'm totally occupied with the project. So that's where the capacity planning will come into picture. Understand how much capacity is there for them, how much,
Hmm.
and see if all the team members are getting this continuous improvement, like learning. I would say there should be some carve for the learning as well in Agile. Right?
Right.
So we have, and also when we come to the product which we are building, right, the product owner and the scrum master and the development team should have some kind of breakout sessions during the sprints and understand what kind of work is going to come in future sprints and
Yeah.
see, right, if there are the technologies which we can adapt right now to focus on that part during that. So that's where the continuous improvement and the continuous learning should also be part of the sprints, not only the work which they are doing on the way, I mean, ongoing
Absolutely.
work.
Yeah. Very nice. Very nice. That's so to our viewers, these are very key important essential points that you need to take into the consideration. You should not just think about the work that their team is doing, because work might get monotonous after some time, So innovation should be there. Good point, Raghavendra. Very nice.
And adding to that, Nagesh, so
Hmm.
with respect to continuous learning, when I say we have to put some capacity for them, at the same time, right, some people in the team, they will be doing the same work every sprint. I saw this in my experience. So we have to make sure that every team member is getting some or the other way to focus on multiple things as well. So that if a new team member joins, or if that person is going on vacation or something, this person is able to do that. That's how I think that's also a learning, I would say.
Right. Right. Good point. And then coming on to the next point. So how do you work with the team when there are conflicts?
Yeah. I experienced a few conflicts in my previous experience, but right now I think we're okay. But conflicts is like every time. I think let me rephrase this way. I think every house we have two people or five people in the home. Everyone will have definitely a conflict all the time. So we will definitely have a conflict with the life as well sometimes. So I think when we have a conflict, right, so we should not jump onto that or take it personally.
Hmm.
So let us sit together and discuss and resolve it. Because there was one instance I remember. So there was a senior software engineer who was in the team, and remaining 3 to 4 folks are like freshers who joined recently, like
Hmm.
2 3 months back, and they are able to do a lot of innovation because they have this trending technology in their mind and they have that skill. But the senior software engineer who was there from 5 6 years, that person was not able to commit for any tasks which need some R&D.
Right.
So that's where she or he, I mean, I don't want to mention the gender as such,
Hmm.
because so that person, right, thinking about the juniors which are there in the team are going forward than that particular person. uh, I understood this and I
Hmm.
approached that person. I explained, don't feel that. So
Hmm.
we are a team, we are a development team. When we have Scrum team, we are not worried about the experience the person is carrying. It's
Right.
about the kind of skill we have, the kind of improvement we can show in the product. So that's how I started looking into that and give some trainings, understand this, learning all this, and then we are able to move it. So that's where I should. This will not come into conflict exactly,
Hmm.
but this kind of a process
Situation. Yeah. This kind of
situation.
a situation that it came in front of you. Yeah, it could have arisen a conflict because that person may have had a different kind of behavior with these new people,
Yes,
it could
yes,
have been created a conflict. You identified it and you resolved it. So that's a good way of looking at it.
yeah.
Nice. And then so when culture is there, organization culture,
Mm.
so how do you cultivate? How do you mention it, to the teams, that okay, this is our culture, and how you make them keep inspiring with, around this culture?
Um, it's about understanding the vision of the organization,
Right.
what the wants to achieve in future. Because when we have the vision clear, I think the product owner, the scrum master, and the team can work more efficiently. And at the same time, the end goal should be important. Like when we discuss about the sprint goal during the sprint planning, right? So the goal should be very specific, and the team has to be, very much attentive about it. So this is what we are going to achieve. This is what the work we are going to commit for, and this we are going to complete. So that's the it should be clear. I would say it should be clear and easy. I mean, understandable. So that's what
Right.
I would. At the same time, a few things, right? When we say about organization culture, we have a lot of changes happening in the organization, all the organizations.
Right.
That's where Agile again comes into picture. We have to adapt to it. We should
Right.
encourage them to understand the adaptation of the culture which even organization is doing. Yeah.
Good point. So last question for the day.
Okay.
So those who are, willing to move into Scrum Master role, or those who are recently joined as a Scrum Master, what advice you will give them? What should they learn? What should they read?
Hmm.
To understand how to inspire or how to motivate the teams.
Sure, sure. I think this is an interesting question, I would say. Yeah. So for me, right, in my view, even I follow that, and even I'm trying to follow it all the time. So when we say Scrum Master role, many people think that this person is joining the calls and taking the status of the team members and leaving the meeting. But the team members also should understand. At the same time, the Scrum Master has to understand who is even starting with the role of the Scrum Master. Scrum Master is doing this 15-minute meeting to take the status. That's become very easy because he or she is doing a lot of work in the background to take that status. And at the same time, don't have this border. Don't create a border of this is what a Scrum Master does. That's it. This is my job, and this is what I can do. That's it. No, because as a Scrum Master will get a lot of opportunities to work in multiple technologies with multiple teams. Every
Right.
time, possibility of learning. It's not about technical, but it's about business. Understand the business. Don't stop your learning curve as this is the Scrum framework, all that. No, explore, understand, read, implement, take action than talking. I would say that's where the action. I mean, we say this quote: "Action speaks more than words."
Right.
Take action upon it. And at the same time, don't get demotivated when you think, when the developers are discussing about some technical things. Don't get demotivated. Try to understand it, explore about it, and
Right.
discuss with the developer. So I'm not able to understand this. Can you explain me what it is exactly? So that's where we have to build up that particular character. Then we will be more confident to to bring up large teams and more teams, efficient teams.
Good point. Very good. So keep learning is the
Yeah.
funda. Keep
Yes.
learning, keep experimenting.
Correct.
Whatever you're learning, go there,
Yeah.
try to implement. If it is work,
Yeah.
go ahead with it. It doesn't work, change your approach. As
Yeah.
simple
Read
as that.
fast. Yeah.
Awesome. It was great discussion, Raghavendra. Thanks for being on the Agile Exploration Hub, and
Thank
see you
you.
soon.
Thank you. Thank you, Nagesh, for the opportunity. Namaste.